I want to talk about stability, velocity and stability, because I think I've been leaning into like trying to ramp up my own expansion and like focusing too much on getting things going, because I like things going fast and I like momentum and I like the feeling of velocity, like change happening easily without resistance. But now I'm wanting to be stable in it and not to be pushing myself or anybody else. And I'm noticing that sometimes I lose, or I'm pushing myself, and I'm wanting so much to feel good that I'm not allowing just exactly where I am and being stable there.
Well, the nice thing about momentum as it relates to vibration and your state of being is that none of you have the ability, and it's a good thing, none of you have the ability to stay focused singularly enough to get any momentum going enough that it really becomes the out-of-control thing that you were kind of worried about. Mm-hmm. In other words, you just have these natural resources that continue to bring you into balance. So when you talk about momentum and velocity, this is not something that you need to worry about energetically. But we like the direction of your conversation because you are offering, almost everyone does, more effort than is necessary or productive. Mm-hmm. Esther has been enjoying this process. She's been using the book that she sent to all of you, where she will write a condition that she can feel a little discordance in. So she'll write the condition and she'll be descriptive about it so that she's sure that she's feeling the discord in it. Now what that discord is, what that sensation of negative emotion is it's a way of understanding velocity, because Esther, like you, has a lot of fast-moving momentum going, and sometimes you don't really know how fast you're going until something happens that makes you aware of it. Jerry and Esther, a few years ago, left the place where their monster buses were created, and Esther was driving, and they were in the mountains of Oregon. And it's a mountain pass, and the highways are marked clearly, and when you're driving a rig as heavy as this one, you want to be mindful, especially when you're going downhill, of what your speed is. And so Esther is moving down these mountain passes, and it was taking Jerry's breath away. And he said, "How fast are you going?" And Esther said, "I'm only going 57 miles an hour." And Jerry said, "I don't care how fast you think you're going, I think you're going too fast." And so they stopped at a rest stop, and then a man from the facility was following them because they had left something there, and he was following them, trying to catch them in order to give it to them. And he said to Esther, "You're driving like a bat out of hell." And Esther said, "I was well under the speed limit. What's wrong with you people?" And then they discovered that the programmer had programmed the computer and had put it into the wrong phase. Instead of miles, it was kilometers, and Esther was going 75 miles an hour or something close to it down this mountain pass. Now, speed for Esther feels like a good thing usually. In other words, she was having a really good time, and the fact that she did not know how fast she was going made it comfortable for her. But Jerry, who was hanging on for dear life, could feel that there was a difference in the velocity than he wanted with the inertia and all that was going on. So what we're getting at here, there is this natural control. You do not need to worry about spinning out of control. But it is a good thing to be mindful of what kind of resistance you are introducing along the way. And anytime it feels to you like you need to apply effort, what it always means every single time, you know this, it's the reason you're talking to us about this, what it means every single time is that you have not done the vibrational work, and you are trying to use action and words to compensate for the vibrational work that you have not done. And it's that feeling of too little too late. It's that feeling of not enough. It's a feeling of trying too hard. It's a feeling of sort of being out of whack. In other words, it doesn't matter what the odometer is reading. It doesn't matter what the speedometer is reading. What matters is what your actual experience is within the moment that you're experiencing it, your own personal guidance system. We know that Esther was in control of that bus. She has spent enough miles with that bus that she knew that she was in control of the bus. It's a little white knuckle for others who were following or riding with her, but Esther knew that she was in control of the bus. And you are the only one who really knows whether you're in control or out of control. You can't measure it by others. You all, we love you so much. You know what's coming next? Talk to each other too much. You're measuring one another too much. You're comparing yourself with others. You're comparing yourself with exterior experiences and others more than is good for you. If you'll just pay attention to the way you feel. And if it feels too fast, ease up. If it feels uncomfortable, ease up. And don't worry, because eventually you are going to take a nap. Eventually you're going to go to sleep. Eventually that momentum, whatever it is, in whatever direction it is going to subside, and you're going to have an opportunity to do something deliberately about it again. We don't find you nearly as vibrationally upsided as you are implying with your conversation here. We think that you're just aware of vibration and wanting to be more. And do you get it, that your emotions are your indicators? Then there's not much more to talk about, is there? If you're in the middle of a conversation with someone and you start feeling uncomfortable, change the subject or go away. Pursuing, don't keep barreling down the mountain path. Do something different. You have control of that. No big thing at all.